देवी की जय, Saved Bhakti. All glories to Krishna. All glories to Krishna. All glories to Krishna. Thank you very much.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Gata Sangasya Muktasya Jnana Avastita Chetasaha Yajnaya Acharata Karma Samagram Praviliyate Gata Sangasya Muktasya Jnanavastita Chetasaha
Jnanavastita Chetasaha
Yajnaya Charata Karma
Yajnaya Charata Karma
Samagram Praviliyate Gata Sangasya Muktasya
Gatasangasya Muktasya
Jnanavastita Chetasaha
Jnanavastita Chetasaha
Yajnaya Charata Karma
Yajnaya Charata Karma
Samagram Praviliyate
Samagram Praviliyate Gatasangasya Muktasya Jnanavastita Chetasaha Yajnaya Charata Karma Samagram Praviliyate
Gatasangasya unattached to the modes of material nature. Muktasya of the liberated. Jnanavastita situated in transcendence. Chetasaha of such wisdom. Yajnaya for the sake of yajna. For Krishna. Acharata so acting. Karma work. Samagram in total. Praviliyate merges entirely. Translation: the work of a man who is unattached to the modes of material nature and who is fully situated in transcendental knowledge merges entirely into transcendence.
Gatasangasya Muktasya Jnanavastita Chetasaha Yajnaya Acharata Karma Samagram Praviliyate. The difficulty in the conditioned state that we are creating our next life by karma. We are just at the present moment we are acting according to our past karma, and again we are creating another karma so that we have to enjoy or suffer in the next life. The transmigration of the soul takes place according to karma. That is stated in the Bhagavad Gita. Karanam gunasanga asya sadasad janma jonishu. Sat asat, good and inferior. Janma. So one has taken his birth in a nice family or in nice nation, good education, good looking, nice opulence. Janma isajja suta sri. Janma means to take birth in good family, good nation, and Aishwarya, opulence, very rich. Janma Aishwarya Sruta. Sruta means knowledge, education, and Sri and beauty. I repeatedly say to the American people that you have got this position, richest nation in the world, Janma. Practically in America there is no poor man that I have seen. They do not know what is poor man, because the poorest man gets 5,000 rupees per month. The poorest man. So, actually there is no poor man. There cannot be. The government arrangement is so nice that nobody is in want of money. He can get money in so many ways. So it is very good, fortunate position to take birth in America. Janma, rich family, rich nation. And Aishwarya, Janma, Aishwarya, Sruta, education. Now they are advanced education, by scientific advancement. They are trying to go to the moon planet. Not only that, many machines up to date they have discovered using. There is very big company, IBM, machine, business machine, IBM, international business machine. You know everything. So, Janma, Aishwarya, Sruta, education, and Sri. Most American boys and girls, they are all beautiful. So, why this position? This position is due to punna, karma. Karma means papa and papa karma, punna karma. This is the way. Karmana daivanetrena jantar deha upapatti. This is said in the Srimad Bhagavatam. By karma, the jantar, the living entity, jantu, he is getting a particular type of body. In Bhagavad Gita also it is stated that karanam gunasangas, prakriti kriyamanani gunai karmani sa. Karanam gunasangasya sadasat janmajuni. We are associating with a particular type of modes of nature. Goodness, passion and ignorance are mixed. So on account of this, we are working differently and we are preparing our next life. Karanam. This is the Karan. So, those who are karmakandiya, they are interested next life in the heavenly planet or higher standard of life. So, that is also stated in the Bhagavad Gita. Urdham gachanti sattastva. If you associate with the modes of goodness, then you are promoted to the higher planetary system, beyond heavenly planets. Janalok, Tapalok, Mahalok, Satyalok, Siddholok, Brahmalok. So, that is possible. But our problem is not to promote ourselves to go to the heavenly planet or higher than that, Janalok, Satyalok, Mahalok or Brahmalok. Krishna advises, Abrahma bhuvana lokan punaravartinoli. He does not encourage that you go to the Brahmalok. No. He never encourages. He says, Abrahma bhuvana lokan punaravartinoli. Even if you become promoted to the Brahmaloka, then again you have to come back. khine punne puno martu lokang visanti. As soon as your punna, the duration of life is finished, then you have to come back again. This is going on. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, এই রূপে ব্রহ্মাণ্ড ভ্রমিতে কোনো ভাগ্যবান জীব. We are rotating, wandering in different species of life, different planets, different forms. In this way, we are transmigrating from one position to another position. This is going on. So, but that is not a very nice business. Bhutta bhutta praliyate. You accept some type of body or some type of place. Suppose one has become American. Then how long he will remain American? Say for 50 years or at most 100 years. Then again next chapter. One does not know what is the next life. And that will be decided karanam gunasangasya sadasajjanmajonishu. There is no guarantee that the next life again you become American or Indian or Brahmin. You may become a cat and dog because that is not in your hand. That is in the hand of material nature. Prakite kriyamanani gunai karmani sarvas. Karmana daivanetrena. That will be awarded to you by superior judgment. That this man has done like this, he should get a body like this. That is not in your hand. That is not in your science. The real science is how to stop this business. That is being advised in Bhagavad Gita. Janma mrityu jara vyadhi dukkha dosani darshanam. Taptadeham punarjanma. People do not understand this. That our real problem is not to become promoted to the higher position, but to stop this birth, death, old age and disease. That is the real problem. So Krishna says that gata sangasya. Don't sit like that. Gata sangasya. Because we are getting different types of body in different planets and different spheres of life on account of our association to the modes of nature. Therefore, Krishna is advising gata sangasya. Don't associate with the modes of material nature. That is your business. Not that you associate with the higher modes of nature. Even very good man, goodness, Brahmana, that is also conditioned life. To become Brahmana, Sattva Sama Dhamma Titikha Arjava Jnanam Vijnanam Astikam Brahma Karma Svabha, very perfect way of life. But that is also risky. Not that everything is risky, because at any moment we can be associated with another quality. And karanam guna sangas. It is very difficult position. Mixture. Therefore Krishna advises that you become free from association of any of the modes of material nature. Any one of them. Gata sangasya, muktasya. As soon as you become free from the association of the modes of material nature, then you are mukta. Muktasya. Gata sangasya muktasya. And how mukti can be achieved? Muktasya. How this position can. Na jnanavasthita cetasa. If you are actually situated in knowledge, then you can be mukta. Without knowledge, ignorance, just like a man in knowledge, he never commits any mistake lawfully. So he is not a member or subjected to be punished in the prison house because he has got full knowledge of the law. If anyone knows, in ordinary dealing, just like keep to the right, keep to the left. You are driving your car. If you are fully aware that if I go to the right, it will be criminal, then you are not subjected to be fined, mukto, if you are in full knowledge. Therefore, our first business is to be situated in knowledge. Jnanavasthita cetasa. So, this knowledge is being imparted by Krishna himself, Bhagavad Gita. The beginning of this knowledge is when Arjuna accepted him as Guru, Shishtasteham sadhimam prapannam. Now no more friendly talks. I become your disciple. So, this is the position. Knowledge should be taken from the perfect person. Because if you take knowledge from a person who is defective, your knowledge has no value. You must take knowledge from the perfect. So anyone in this material world is defective. Every one of us will know that we are defective. What is that? We are very much proud of seeing. What is the value of our seeing? We see under certain conditions, that's all. If there is immediately darkness, what is the value of our eyes? We cannot see. So under certain conditions, because we see, therefore you are not perfect. But if you can see in any condition, that is perfection. Not depending on these defective eyes or senses. That is not knowledge. Defective. Four defects I have several times explained. One defect is that we commit mistake, everyone. And we become illusion, accepting something for something. Just like mostly, even educated person, they accept this body and this body. Just like animal, the cats and dogs, they also think that I am this body. I have several times told you that I talked with Professor Kotovsky in Moscow. He said after finishing this body, Swamiji, everything is finished. He said like that. And he is a big professor. And according to our Vedic culture, jasatu buddhi kunapeti dhatuke saiva gokhara. If one is going on under this impression that I am this body, he is gokhara, ass and cow, an animal. Therefore, they do not know how we are accepting different bodies under karma by associating with the special. Associating means even unknowingly. Just like infection. In medical science there is the word infection. You may not know, but if you have infected typhoid disease, it will fructify at one moment. So similarly, even if we do not know, if we associate with the material modes of nature, it will be affected. Sadasat janma janishu. Therefore we must have full knowledge how to save ourselves from the association, from the infection of this material disease. That is called jnanavasthita. Just like a man who knows hygienic rules and regulations, he does not infect disease. But a man in ignorance, he infects disease and suffers. It is not God's creation, your creation. If you do not know how to live, then you will infect the infection of the different material modes of nature and you will have to suffer or enjoy. Therefore, common sense instruction given by Chanakya Pandit, a great politician, tajo durjana sangsargam. This is his first instruction. So don't associate with bad character. We are also doing that. So don't associate with the four principles of sinful life. Illicit sex, meat eating, intoxication and gambling. Tajo dujjana sangsargam, bhaja sadhu samagam. You associate with sadhus. Who are sadhus? That is also described in the Bhagavad Gita. Sadhureva samantabba sammak bhavasita isa who apite sudurachara bhajate mamananna bha. Sadhureva sam. That is sadhu. Sadhu means who is fully engaged in the service of the Supreme Lord. He is sadhu. So in this way, we have to acquire knowledge. Jnanavasthita cetasa, full knowledge. Then we can avoid the association of the three modes of material nature. Gata sangasya, muktasya. Then you become liberated, even in this life. If you are actually situated in knowledge. And how one can understand that this man is mukto. He is not associating with any material modes of nature. How? Jagyaya acharata karma. For jagga. Jagyaya. Jagga karma samudbhavam. Just like I was explaining. You have to perform jagga. Jagyaya, only for jagga. Jagyarthe, another place, Krishna says, Jagyarthe karma, annatra karma bandhana. If you do not act for jagga, then you will be entangled in the karma bandhana. This is the science. One has to be situated in full knowledge. In full knowledge, the beginning of knowledge is that one must understand that I am not this body. This is knowledge. And if one is working like cats and dogs, thinking himself I am this body, he has no knowledge. Just like animals, they are not expected to be in knowledge. A man is expected to be in knowledge, and he must know that I am not this body. Dehinasmin yatha dehi kaumana jovanam jara tatha dehantara prapti. So, one has to know that I am not this body, but circumstantially and according to my association with the modes of nature, I am transferring and transmigrating from this body to another body. So, therefore in the Vedic culture, the karmakandya, jagga is recommended, at least you get a better body. Don't go to the lower body. Urdham gachanti sattva, better body in higher planetary system. That is karmakandya vichar. Therefore, jagga, jaggaya acharata karma. Everything should be in jagyasishta sino santa mucchante sarva kilmisari. The same thing, just like here, we are performing jagga, the Sankirtan jagga. We are preparing food for Krishna, that is jagga. And when we eat the remnants of foodstuff, that is also jagya avasishta, remnants of foodstuff. Jagya sisto sino santa, asina. Asina means eating. After offering in the jagga, if you eat, jagya sisto sino santa, you become a santa, saintly person. Jagya sisto sino mucchante sarva kilmisari. He becomes free from all sinful reaction. Abhunyante te ahama papam je pachanti atmakaranat. And who is cooking for himself very palatable dishes, he is bhunyante te ahama papam. He is simply eating sins and he has to suffer. Therefore, we have to eat, we have to work, we have to do everything only for Jagaya, not for any other purpose. Then we are entangled. As soon as we do anything for my sense gratification, then we are entangled. Goodness or bad, goodness, passion or ignorance. So, there are very complicated laws, but we do not know. That is ignorance. So we have to know what are these complicated laws. That is called jnanavastita cetasa. Ignorant person, they suffer from disease, they suffer from legal action because ignorant. Ignorance is no law, no excuse. If you go to the court, sir, I did not know this law. I did not know law that keep to the left. The court will not excuse you. I did not know that they associate with the smallpox infection. The nature will not excuse you. A child touches fire. The fire will not excuse. That because it is child, no, I shall not burn it. No, nature must work. Daivijesha gunamai mama maya durataya. So, you have to be fully in knowledge how to save yourself from the contamination of the modes of material nature. That is called gata sangasya, muktasya. Then you are free. So that is also stated. How you can become gata sangasya? That is stated in the Bhagavad Gita. Manchabhya vicharini bhakti yogena ja sevate sagunan samatitayita brahma bhuyaya kalpata. You have to situate yourself on the Brahma platform, spiritual platform. Manchabhya, how it can do it? No, abhya vicharini bhakti yogena. Bhakti yoga, you have to perform bhakti yoga. Then what is that bhakti yoga? Saranam kirtanam Vishnu, smaranam padasevanam, archanam bandhanam dasam, sakham atmani. These are the bhakti yoga. You have to hear about Krishna, the Supreme Personality of God. Hearing, you can become mukta. Just like Maharaj Parikshit. He simply listened about Krishna. Srimad Bhagavatam, at the last stage of his life, he listened from Sukadeva Goswami. Simply Srimad Bhagavatam, I became liberated. Sri Vishnu Sravane Parikshit. The Sri Vishnu Sravane about Lord Krishna, Lord Vishnu. Parikshit Maharaj became liberated. Abhavat Vaiyasaki Kirtane. And Vaiyasaki, the son of Vyasdev, Sukadeva Goswami, he simply narrated the topics of Srimad Bhagavatam. He became liberated. There are 9 items of Bhakti Yoga. Savanam Kirtanam Vishnu, Smaranam Padasevanam, Archanam Bandhanam Dasam, Sakham Atmanived. So if you can execute all the items, that is very good. If not, some of them, at least one. This chance is being given by the Krishna consciousness movement. We invite people all over the world. Please come and join with this chanting, Hare. Actually, whatever development has been made, it is only by this process. We don't impose any regulation in the beginning. No. Please come and sit down and hear about Krishna. Sarvanam. If you simply continue, if you do not do anything, I guarantee that if you simply come here and hear about Krishna, you will be liberated. If you do not do anything, if you kindly come here and hear about Krishna, here or anywhere, Savanam. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu recommended this process. Sthane sthita sutigatang tanubang manobhi je prayasa jita jitapasi tai stilakyam. This is Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's recommendation. The sthane sthita sutigatang tanubang mano. You remain in your position. It doesn't require to change because you are grihastha or you are engineer, you are doctor or you are washerman. It doesn't matter. You remain in your position. Sthane sthita. But lend your eyes for oral reception of Krishna's message. Sthane sthita shruti-gata. Shruti means this ear. Allow this much, the message of Krishna to enter your ears. That will help you. Sthane sthita. Sthane sthita shruti-gata. Then, if any man is conscious, deliberate, then if you try to implement in practice in your life, sthane sthita, first of all hearing, unless you hear, just like Krishna is speaking personally, you have to hear. Gatasangasya muktasya jnanavasthita chetasya jajñācharata karma samagram praviliyat. So, in this way, hearing, you become jnanavasthita chetasya. You don't require to go to the college and school. This is also, they simply hear. Even in college and school, there is percentage of attendance, hearing. All of you know that unless one has attended class of the professor, 75% is not allowed for the examination. So hearing is so important. And that is also in the case of spiritual. Hear from whom? Hear from whom? That tadvijnanatham sa gurumeva vigachet. Hear from Guru. Who is Guru? Guru. Then Brahmanishtam. Brahmanishtam. Guru means who knows God and fully engaged in his service. That is Guru. Tadvijnanatham sa gurumeva vigachet samitpani srutriyam brahmanishtam. Srutriyam brahmanishtam. He has also heard from his Guru. This is both hearing. Therefore Vedas are known as Shruti. Formerly it was learned simply by hearing. There is no books and there was no need of noting down. The merit was so perfect that simply by hearing from Guru you would understand everything. But in the Kali Yuga, because gradually we are losing the potency of our brain, therefore we require in writing books. Vasudev was very kind. He knew that in the Kali Yuga there will be no sharpened brain. Manda sumanda matayo manda bhagga jubadrita. They are made by nature, by the influence of Kali Yuga, they are all munda, very slow or very bad. Manda, sumanda matayo, and they have got manufactured some ideas. Sumanda matayo, which is not standard to the Vedic ideas. Manda bhagya, and unfortunate. Krishna is canvassing. Here is God, here I am God. They are so unfortunate, they cannot accept. Manda bhagya. Krishna is accepted, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, by all the Shastras. Vasudev, he writes, Krishnastu Bhagavan Sam. The Brahma Sangata, Brahma writes, Ishara Parama Krishna. Krishna personally says, Matta Paradaram Nanya. Arjun, who had Bhagavad Gita, he accepts Parabrahma Parang Dhama, Pavitram Paramam Bhavam. The Acharyas, Shankaracharya, Madhyacharya, Rama, they accept Krishna, the Supreme Personality of God. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, then what evidence want you more? What is your knowledge? You do not accept so many authorities. You are so proud. That is our misfortune. Mandabhagya, Jubadrita, and disturbed condition of life. That is our misfortune. This is the position. Otherwise, where is the difficulty of understanding God? God is dead, there is no God, I am God, you are God. So many theories. Why? Here is God. God personally comes to show you what is the position of God. And He has shown what is the meaning of God. Aishajyasya samagrasya bijyasya jasasya. What is the meaning of Bhagavan? He has shown. Still we are so unfortunate, we cannot accept. Because we are not free from the contamination. Jisa, one can understand. Jisa avantagatang papam jananam punya karmanam. Otherwise, manusyanam sahasresu jatu kaschid jatati siddhaya. Jatatam abhisiddhyanam kaschid vettimam tattvata. So, the best thing is that we should be submissive. We should not be proud. That will not help us. Sthane sthita sutigadam. Jnane priyasam udapas. The so-called speculative knowledge should be given up. Jnane priyasam. Namanta eva. Just be submissive. Namanta eva. Sutigadam tanubang. Jnane priyasam udapas namanta eva. Sanamukharitana bhavudhiya vartam. Sanamukharitana. Those who are perfectly sent. Just like Vasudev, Ramanujarya, Madhyacharya, Sanamukharitanga. If they have accepted Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sanamukharitanga, Bhavudhiya Varta. And in this way we can understand, we can take the lesson, everything is clear. Now this formula, that Gata Sangasya Muktas. So Gata Sangha how? Gata Sangha. To be free from the contamination of the material nature. That is explained in the Bhagavad Gita. March of Bhavicharani Bhakti Yogena Jasevat. Anyone who is engaged according to the principles, rules and regulations in Bhakti Yoga, just these boys are being trained up all over the world to rise early in the morning, to perform Mangalarati, to chant the holy name, to read Bhagavad Gita or Srimad Bhagavatam, then take some prasadam, then go to preach, distribute books. When you go to distribute books, we are doing this very organizedly all over the world, and it has become very successful. Very successful. So why not in India? Why you are neglecting this process? Why you are manufacturing something nonsense? That will not help you. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So this is the lecture 4.23, Bhagavad Gita. So what is the difficulty in the conditioned state? What is the difficulty in the conditioned state? Yes, Prabhu. Balraj Prabhu.
Prabhupada says we are creating the next life with our actions, by our karma.
Yes.
That is the difficulty.
Yes, very वो So difficulty in the condition states that we are creating our next life by karma. So Srila Prabhupada is telling that how because of punya karma and all, we may have Janma Aishwarya Shuta Shri all that. So he was telling in the context of one country and how these people have got all those things because of the result of their pious karma. He was explaining about Janma, Aishwarya and all that in context of one country and can explain a little more. Yes, Prabhuji. There.
He's talking about America. And there they got, nobody is poor there. Everyone has got sufficient funds there for spending, and then they have good body, good facilities and all that.
Knowledge also.
Knowledge, everything.
For knowledge, what did he speak?
Knowledge.
Yeah, they have made scientific advancement. They are going to the moon planet. Not only that, many machine. Yeah, IBM, International Business Machine, also they have created. Hari Bol. So Srila Prabhupada is also quoting one shloka, in fact two shlokas, one from Srimad Bhagavatam and one from Bhagavad Gita, to tell that how we get next life, how we transmigrate from one body to another body. Yes, Manish Prabhu.
Karanam gun sangasya sadasad yoni janmasu.
Yes.
And karmana daiva netrena jantu devopavate.
Yes. Hari Bo. So then Srila Prabhupada explaining that how because of karma kanda and all that, they aspire to go to heavenly planet for higher standard of life. That he was quoting from Bhagavad Gita, Urdham Gachanti Sattvastha. If you are associated with mode of goodness, you may go to different higher planetary systems. But then Prabhupada is telling that, but that is actually, not our main business. So, and actually there is a problem there. So how Prabhupada says that actually that is also a problem. And we actually should not, we don't want to go to even higher planetary systems. So Krishna advises something, Prabhupada says that way. So he says that is not to be done. Which shloka? From Bhagavad Gita, one shloka he quotes, and then he explains that how that is a problem. Yes, Prabhuji.
Prabhupada was quoting one shloka, A Brahma Bhuvana Loke Punaravarteno Arjuna.
Yes.
So we have to come back, even if we go there, we have to come back to this miserable condition again.
Yeah. Hari Bo. Chine Punye Martilokam Vishanti. So as the punya gets exhausted, then again they have to come back. And what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also says in the similar theme, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also says something from Chaitanya Charitamrita, that how we are taking different positions in this world, wandering. Yes, Prabhuji.
भाग्यवान जीव जीवे गुरु कृष्ण प्रसादे पाए भक्ति लता बीज.
Yeah. Hari Bo. So you are saying that we are wandering in different species of life, planets, different forms, from one position to another position. We are just going on like that. So you are saying now somebody may be American, but how long will he remain American? 50 years, at most 100 years. Then again next chapter. That is going on. So there is no guarantee. The next life again you become American or Indian or Brahmana. So that's a problem. So what is in our hand? And okay, the next question I'll ask. What is in our hand? Okay, what is not in our hand? Yes, Prabhu. Hari Gaurang Prabhu.
Prabhupada said that what will be the next life is not in our hand.
Yes.
it will be decided by higher destiny.
Haribo. Yeah, so that is not in your hand, and Prabhupada says that is not in your science. And he says, then in whose hand it is? It is in the hand of superior judgment, not in our hand. So what is the real science? So that is not in our science. So what is the real science? Yes, sir. Mohan Sham Prabhu.
So Prabhupada is just saying that by the process of hearing, we can transcend this. So that is the science. Things.
Yeah, he tells later about that process. But Haribo. So Prabhupada is telling that Takta Deham Punarjanma Naiti. So Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadhi Dukkha Doshanu Darshanam. So we have to stop this business. So that is real science. So people do not understand that our real problem is not become promoted to the higher position, but to stop this cycle of birth, death, old age and disease. So to stop this real problem is the real science. So what is the problem with goodness? So because Prabhupada is explaining that we should not associate with these modes, then only we will be able to stop the cycle of birth and death. So what is the problem with goodness then? Because goodness may look very nice, so many qualities are there. Satya, Shamo, Damas, Tikshat, Arjava, Jnanam, Vijnanam, Astikyam. Yes. So what is the problem with goodness? You want to say? Yes, Radhi.
If you go in a higher planets, then we have to come back in this material nature, material world. If we do just do good karma.
Yeah, that he explained before, but something more. He was telling that even if somebody has such perfect way of life in goodness, but still there is a problem. Somebody else would like to try? Okay, Manish, we can.
Even if one may be in goodness, but he can infect lower modes also. There is chance.
Yes. Haribo. So Prabhupada is explaining that, yeah, goodness may be very perfect way of life, but that is also very risky. Everything is risky because at any moment we can be associated with another quality. So it is a very difficult position. So what is Krishna's advice then? What Krishna is advising? In this context only? Then, yes, Prabhu.
Krishna is advising yajna acharat karma. Do the sacrifice. Do work for yajna.
Yeah, he is advising that. Later Prabhupada explains it also. So he is advising that you become free from the association of three modes of material nature. Gata sangasya muktasya. Haribo. So then Srila Prabhupada explained this word jnana vasita chetasaha. So what does it mean? And he explains also with some example. Jnana vasita chetasaha. Yes.
Prabhupada says that if one is situated in knowledge, then he can be mukta. He can be freed. He explains that if a man knows the laws of the state, then he will not commit any mistake.
Haribo. Yeah, so if you are actually situated in knowledge, then you can be mukta. And he gives the example of the prison house. If somebody is subjected to punishment because of ignorance, then he is subjected to punishment, he is put in prison house. And he gives the example of, one example he says about keeping the right. So if that is known, then he may be saved from that punishment. So how this knowledge should be taken? From whom it should be taken? the knowledge should be taken from whom? Yes, Prabhuji.
Knowledge should be taken from perfect source. The person who has heard from perfect source, from that person also we can take.
Haribo. So Prabhupada explained that in this material world, everybody has defects. So 4 defects he starts explaining that. And then he says, okay, so what is the value of our eyes? Prabhupada asks, what is the value of our eyes? In that context, what Prabhupada says. Yes, Balaraj. Okay, Prabhuji. Prabhuji can give.
It is conditioned. If there is darkness, it's useless. So it's conditioned eyes, defective.
Haribo. Every one of us, we know that we are defective. What is that? We are very much proud of seeing. So what is the value of our seeing? We see under certain condition, that's all. If there is immediately darkness, what is the value of our eyes? We cannot see. So that's why we are imperfect. And he says, but if we can see in any condition, that is perfection. Not depending on these defective eyes or senses. That is knowledge. I'm sorry, that is not knowledge, defective. If we are depending on defective eyes or senses. Then he explains about the 4 defects. The first defect he says about we commit mistake. So what he explains in that how we commit mistake. He gives one example, and also then he quotes one professor, what he says also. That's how we commit mistake. On this point he says that this is what we are committing mistake. Yes, Prabhuji.
Everyone considered the body as self. So he quoted the Professor Katowski. He was a professor, but still he's thinking, after life everything is finished. So he's saying it is like cow and ass.
Yes.
Haribo.
So we are accepting these different bodies because of our karma, associating with different modes. So Prabhupada says that this is like, and he gives the entire process how we get infected. Okay, this is like infection. Then he says the example how it happens. Even if you don't know also, we get infected. So he gives the example for that. Yes, Prabhuji.
Prabhupada gives example of typhoid bacteria, that if anybody gets infected by this typhoid bacteria, then after some time the effect will be seen. Like this.
Haribo. What Chanakya Pandit recommends? Yes, Prabhu.
Don't associate with bad characters, and don't associate with 4 principles who not follows sinful activities.
Yeah, that is Prabhupada is telling. Chanakya Pandit says that don't associate with bad character, and that's how Prabhupada is saying that we are also saying don't associate with 4 principles of sinful life: illicit sex, meat eating, intoxication, and gambling. Haribo. So, the one who is not associating with any modes of material nature, so what he becomes? What he becomes then? If he is not associating, then he becomes Manishru. Mukta. Haribo. So in Vedic culture there is Karmakandiya Vichar. And then Prabhupada says that, okay, so what is that Karmakandiya Vichar? Yes, Prabhuji.
Karmakandi, the thought is that you should not go to the lower body, you should go to the higher body at least. So that's why Karmakand is there.
And for that, what they do?
Karmakand.
Yeah, specifically, Prabhupada uses that word. What they do, and then he explains that thing further. Yajna. Hari Bol. Yajna vacharatah karma. So they do yajna for getting elevation to the higher planets. But we do yajna. We also do yajna. So what is our yajna? Sankirtan yajna. So Prabhupada says that how we are preparing food for Krishna, that is also yajna. We do Sankirtan. And that's how we become saintly, if we take prasadam. So he says, as soon as we do anything for dash, and then this happens, dash. So as we do anything for dash, and then what happens is further dash. You have to fill in. Yes, Prabhuji, behind.
As we do anything for yajna, then we become free from the reactions.
Hari Bol. So Prabhuji told the right answer, opposite of that. So if we just take the opposite, then that's what Prabhupada says. As soon as we do anything for my son's gratification, then we are entangled immediately. Goodness, passion or ignorance. So is ignorance is excused? If somebody is having ignorance, is that all right? Then how? What way Prabhupada says? He gives some 2-3 examples. Hari Gauranga Prabhu.
Prabhupada says that ignorance is no excuse. He gave example of a child, that even if child is small, but still the fire will burn him. Fire will not say it is small, let me not burn him. So similarly, if we don't follow, then we will have to suffer the consequences.
Ribo. Then Prabhupada says, Prabhupada quotes Bhagavad Gita shloka, Mam Chave Vicharena Bhakti Yogana Sevate, that one, and says that so we have to situate ourselves on a spiritual platform. Then we can be freed from all these modes. So then he quotes from Srimad Bhagavatam, this shloka Shavanam Kirtanam Vishnu, that one. So that is Bhakti Yoga, he says. So Prabhupada says, there specifically he emphasized upon hearing. So what does he say about hearing and what it leads to? Yes, our Tarun Mohan Prabhu.
If one just come for hearing every day in a temple or any center, then he will be liberated.
Haribol. So he says, hearing, 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 and you can become mukta, just like Parikshit Maharaj. So this is what our Krishna conscious movement is doing. We are inviting all people, please come join this chanting Hare Krishna. So we don't have any imposition or any regulation in the beginning. Then Prabhupada gives guarantee. What is that guarantee Prabhupada gives? He gives one solid guarantee that if you do this, then this will happen. Yes, Prabhu.
If you come and just sit here and only here, I guarantee you, you will be liberated.
Ribo. So he says, I guarantee that if you simply come here and hear about Krishna, you will be liberated. If you do not do anything, if you kindly come here and hear about Krishna, then he says here or anywhere. And then he quotes from, he quotes Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. What does he, which shloka he says, which Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has told? Yes, Prabhuji. That only. That only.
Jnane prayasa udapasya namanta eva ye prayasho ajinta. He says, Sthane sthita shruti gatam tanuvan manamir ye prayasho ajito apijitis trilokyam. That means wherever you are, you be there, but you engage in hearing, giving up all the endeavors of speculative knowledge. Jnane prayasa udapasya.
Haribo. So Prabhupada is explaining about the importance of hearing, and he was telling even in this world also, we see somewhere where it is emphasized in certain way about hearing. Yes, Hari Gaurang Prabhu.
Prabhupada says that in the material also, hearing is very important. He gives example of the college or class that in school also, you have to have 75% attendance, then you will be allowed to give exam.
Hari Bol. Who is Guru? He gives some qualifications of Guru. Okay, Prabhuji.
Guru is one who knows Krishna and he gives to others.
Yes, some more can be added.
Who has perfect knowledge, that is Guru.
Yeah. Yeah, some more.
As like Krishna's knowledge.
Prabhupada said Brahmanishtam, that means he knows God and he engages fully in the service of the Lord.
Hari Bol. Guru means who knows God and fully engaged in his service. And he says, and he has heard from his Guru. So the merit was so perfect that simply by hearing from Guru, he would understand everything. So, but in Kali Yuga, it is difficult. That's why, just by hearing, understanding, that's why it is put everything in written. Vyasdev has mercifully done that, being very kind. So what is the unfortunate situation in Kali Yuga? He was telling about Manda Sumanda Mateo, that's why the Vedas are written by Vyasadeva. And then he started telling about the Manda Bhagya, unfortunate condition of this Kali Yuga people. So what is that unfortunate situation of ours? Okay, Mohan Shyam Prabhu.
Here Srila Prabhupada is quoting many acharyas and saying that they are saying Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But in spite of hearing all these things, we are speculating and we are not accepting Krishna as Supreme Lord.
Hari Bol. So Prabhupada practically says many he gives quotes. No? So can someone tell some 5-6 places he says how Krishna is telling, Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead. So can someone just tell whatever you are able to? Okay, Prabhuji can give.
Vasudev says that Ishwara Krishna, Brahma says Ishwara Parama Krishna, and Krishna also says in Bhagavad Gita that Nanyat
Param Brahma Param Dhama Pavitram.
Arjuna says
Arjuna says this, sorry.
Krishna also said मुझसे कोई और नहीं है मत्तपरतरम नान्यत किंचित. And Vasudev also says one verse Prabhupada told, Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam.
Yes, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and many acharyas also have accepted. Hari Bol. So why these people are not able to accept and what they should become? As per the shloka only. Why we are not able to accept and what we have to become, then only we can understand this.
Prabhupada in that shloka says, Jnane prayasa udapasya namanta eva. So namanta means become submissive. Yeah. Then only you can understand.
Hari Bol. So the best thing is that we should become submissive. We should not be proud. That will not help us. Then we can understand. So now last question. So Srila Prabhupada is telling that how this has taken effect. Bhakti Yogena Sevate. So he gives the example and how this thing has become it has taken an effect. So in the last part he says this. And then he also says that what is the problem in India, what they are not doing. Two things. So one thing is that the practically Prabhupada says this is how it has taken effect, and in India what they are not doing.
Prabhupada was saying about all our disciples are actually coming for Mangalarti, getting up in the morning at 4 o'clock, coming for Mangalarti, and then hearing Bhagavatam and then taking Krishna Prasadam, and that's the effect that's happening. Like this is followed all over the world.
Hari Bol. So Prabhupada says just these boys are being trained up all over the world to rise early in the morning, perform Mangal Arti, to chant the holy name, to read Bhagavad Gita or Srimad Bhagavatam, then take Prasadam, then go to preach, distribute books. When we go to distribute books, we are doing this very organized way all over the world. And it has become very successful, very successful. Then he says, so why not in India? Why are you neglecting this process? Why are you manufacturing something nonsense? That will not help you. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Jayo Jayo Prabhupada, 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 Jayo Jayo Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.